Yep, and it groups it with everyone else that's talked about that.
So on your Twitter account, then if you want...
Right. Yeah, you get grouped in with other people. The aggregators will still find it, but when people search on topics per se, you're easier to be found. So that's one way to actually get more followers is using that.
So
All right.
would it be good to always hashtag your business name?
You could. And some people do. Will do pound, could be pound Hilton. And in fact, like in Scott Monte's example, he pounds Ford all the time. Put them both together, yep. And if you have more than one tag, you don't have to use one tag, you can use multiple, but just keep in mind that it's 140 characters is all you got to work with. So you would just do space or comma and then another one. In your case, the question that you asked was, do I have to put the two words together?
Yeah.
You do.
So it'd be pound calculators together.
Yes. So. All right, so I'm going to show you a real example that really happened, and it was for my account, to show you how this might progress, okay? So a business friend of mine sends me a press release via an email. So this is just the cutout of the email, and he was announcing that they're up for some direct marketing awards for generating significant ROI for the Minnesota Twins and some other companies. And so this was a press release that he sent me. If you clicked on that link, click here. This is the release that you got. So what I did is I took that and I just made a little tweak. So I kept it pretty generic. B2B lead generation company helps Minnesota Twins ROI, and then I have the link, and it's a bit.ly, and it's got the weird characters behind it. Since we're in this example, you can also see when it was tweeted. It says 5 hours ago from TweetDeck. It shows the application I used and when it was done. I didn't know this at the time. I found this out the day after. But the Twins actually subscribes to my tweets, and they found my tweet and retweeted it. I thought that was cool. So they retweeted it on theirs. Well, now think that I have a following of what, 3,000 or something like that. Well, then the Twins has got another following of, how many ever people, right? So it keeps getting passed on just from this one thing that took me less than 30 seconds to put on my account. So what really happened? Well, with this bit.ly, by the way, you got to sign up for an account. It's free. And you can just put in that shortened URL in there. And with that, it will give you statistics on that link. So one of the things, people ask, well, how do you track what happened? This actually gave me a history of all the things that happened. So it tells you even like when it was shortened and all this other kind of stuff. So in this case, within a couple hours of time, 54 people clicked on that link to go to that press release. And it was free, right? So imagine that for just a second. We just took a free account. We all want more traffic. We all want more business, okay? What could be the effect of that? Well, they could call that contact up and say, I like business. I like lead generation. That's neat. And they could do that. It also shows down at the bottom, which is really hard to read, but it shows that it was retweeted by, it shows me as the originator, then it shows the Minnesota Twins. So if you want the Minnesota Twins, it's MN_Twins. And then up top that, there was actually somebody else that retweeted the thing again too. So very, very, very cool. What people are reporting is that when you tweet something, 3 to 6% of your follower list will click the link. So think of let's say you did a viral campaign and you want to seed a story or something like that. Okay, you have 10,000 followers. You send one tweet and potentially 3 to 6% of the people will click on that and tell other people. That's pretty cool. And that's how you get influential. I like to think about Twitter as another channel to get the word out like an email. When you tweet, followers instantly get your updates and choose whether or not they want to receive these. They can reply back and or click on your links. Your followers represent your audience, but that shouldn't be your main goal, is to get as many followers as possible. You want relevant people following you because those are the people that actually care. I'm going to pick on Hilton one more time here, but in Hilton's case, I would say that I personally probably wouldn't follow that many people, okay, because that kind of shows who you like and that kind of thing. And I would publish my Twitter profile and just allow people to receive your tweets. And you can always do @replies at other people and things like that, but you may not want to be weighed down by all the tweets that are coming in from these people. Okay, and that's typically what you see of large companies. They don't follow a lot of people, and it may look like favoritism. You know, why are they following him and not me? You know, things like that. So that's up to you. Don't spam. You know, if you talk too much about business and it looks like all you're doing is doing affiliate marketing or something stupid like that, people catch on and they don't want to talk to you. Twitter's a great place to find new people and isn't as friend-oriented as Facebook. It really, you know, they didn't make it for business. LinkedIn, for example, is made for business. That's one of the only social outlets out there that was made specifically for business, where this is, you know, for everybody, but it really does have a great business application. And then lastly, to get the most out of Twitter, you need to participate. So if you want to get the most out of it, you just have to get the account and you have to get started with the thing and just start learning the lingo. But that also relates to what you're going to get back. You know, what people are going to click on, what are they going to do, things like that. You have to be involved. Get to know it's not a dumping zone, you know. So if you just have press release after press release on there, that gets boring. After, you know, there was an article that came out, I think earlier this year. I posted a blog post on it, but it was about how corporate blogs fail. And I think some of it has to do with the politics inside the company, is my personal opinion. But when somebody says, oh yeah, the blog sounds like a good idea, well, what can we put on it? Well, we have these, you know, real stale articles, we have press releases and things like that, so it becomes this dumping zone that nobody wants to read. And that's not what the social outlet is. It's social. You're supposed to talk to people. So read what they say, ask questions, reply to direct messages, etc.